Why do these immigrant groups seek to immigranize us as foundational Black Americans and take their fights and struggles and make them ours? We see this all the time with what was going on with that mass deportation thing, them getting out here protesting and seeking to, have foundational Black Americans ally with them in hopes of having us fight their battles and struggles for them. When that got's absolutely not a damn thing to do with us FBAs. When we need some fighting and things done, we look to no allies. We out there standing on business by our complete selves. We ain't got no allies. So they could miss me with that, because the fact of the matter is we're Americans as foundational Black Americans. We're the only real true Americans if you really want to get down to the nitty gritty of things. Not to mention we're responsible for laying the foundation and putting the framework up of what will go on to become America, because um, the fact of the matter is, we were the Black Aboriginals as well. Many of us were already here on this land before the transatlantic slave trade. Some of our people did come over during that time, but I think the part that they want to leave out of the history books and the part that they really don't want to come to terms with and mention is that we were the Black Aboriginals because, if they put that in there, they will be forced to, recognize that this is our homeland. The USA is FBA in all actuality, and that's the point that they want to leave out. And I think it's very disrespectful that these immigrants try to immigranize us and Africanize us because in all actuality, why they doing this is because they're ashamed of themselves. No one hates their homeland of origin more than an immigrant. Because if they had any cultural pride, they would have stayed and fought and stood on business the same way us foundational Black Americans done. You know what I mean? Because America wouldn't have been a place where everyone could come and have little certain freedoms that they couldn't enjoy in their homeland. If it wasn't for us foundational Black Americans, us and our ancestors fight and struggle. You know what I mean? To work to make it so. Because if we didn't stand on business over here, they would have still had slavery and whatnot going on. It only got knocked down and done away with because us FBAs were out here standing on business. Everyone can't flee. Somebody got to stay in their homeland of origin to make it better. And that's another reason why these immigrant groups are mad at us because they see everything in the foundational Black American and, everything they wish they could be, but just ain't, got the testicular fortitude to be. You know what I mean? So when they look at themselves in the mirror, they see FBAs and this really burns them up in the inside because in all actuality, they wish they were us and they had our story. So they try to, some in their minds, get an equal playing field by telling us we're immigrants, and Africans, this, that, or the other, when we ain't comparable. Our name shouldn't even be mentioned in the same realm. We as foundational Black Americans never ran, never fled, never will, always stood on business 10 toes down, and did what we had to do, to work to, make a system of freedom, justice, and equality for everyone, not just for ourselves. And how selfless is that? Because most people, when they do things, they only thinking about their best interests. But our ancestors worked for not only their best interests, but the world abroad, and these damn immigrants are just so disrespectful in that regard because, like I said, no one hates their homeland of origin more than an immigrant. They hate that they had to flee and that they couldn't, get nothing popping in their homeland. So they come over here with hate and disdain for the foundational Black Americans and trying to make themselves comparable to us. And I think the biggest thing about this that needs to be said, the disrespectfulness, is that, this is a complete slap in the face to our ancestors, because what they trying to do in telling us we immigrants and we this and that is they trying to minimize our ancestors' contributions over here in America, which is our homeland, and I won't let this go down, on no time. I won't let this go down unchecked because that's a total disrespect and a slap in the face to me and my ancestors, and I won't let that go unchecked. You know what I mean? Because them trying to tell us who we are, in all actuality, they don't know who they are. They've been flipped and remixed a gazillion times, and they try to perpetuate all their fears, worries, and cares and all that self hate on us. So if you're a foundational Black American, let no one tell you who you are because we know exactly who we are. We foundational Black Americans never ran, never fled, never will. And by them doing this, trying to tell us who we are, they perpetuating their own fears, worries, and cares and trying to put them on us, to make themselves feel better at the end of the day when their head touches that pillow. But we foundational Black Americans, a complete different group. We had an ethnogenesis. We're responsible for building of America. America is our homeland, and the USA is BA. The USA rather is FBA. There's nothing more American than a foundational Black American. Just my thoughts on the matter. Peace.